Okay, Swiss yen. Man, my favorite pair. So clearly is not getting any, it's not going up at all. So I think all these yen pairs really are switching off, and I think they're going to go somewhat bearish for a while. So looking at Swiss yen here and its next possible moves, we'll delete all this because clearly it can't break 166.5, and as of today it's struggling to break 166 even. So we're going to restructure all this, and we're going to look for some potential sells for next month. Probably nothing this month, but some potential sells. So this does move on average about 650 pips a month. So we'll clean this up here, and then we will move these monthly parameters, and we'll just get them ready for next month because I don't think much is going to happen the next few days here. I'm more anticipating next month. So we're going to move these down to here. And we'll just say 166.5 is our high for next month, which we obviously don't know that yet, but we'll just pretend it is for now. So then our low will be all the way down here at 160. So crank that up here. So it's going to be our target for next month, just based on these parameters and this analysis right now. So obviously 164 was the top of all this liquidity area previously, and then price broke above it, and now it's been above it for a little while. And it's got this lower one here. So this is obviously the main zone that we need price to break first to really consider a short. And then I look at these smaller time frames. So obviously price is still above the 4-hour moving average, so no real desire to short this yet, but you know, I need it to cross over this 4-hour moving average, so like that could take probably the rest of the week, and then you know, below this 1-hour moving average as well. And then we need some significant bear structure to really set up. So lower lows, lower highs, which is the complete opposite of what we have right now so far. So like right now we have higher highs, higher lows. So there's no sense in even you know, considering any shorts on this yet. And I am a little bit hesitant to short any of these yen pairs, and this reason being is because they are so bullish. Especially Swiss yen is the most bullish one by far. The Swiss is a very, very strong currency, and all the money is kind of flowing into the Swiss right now and has been for a while. And like, as you can see here, this is just super bullish. And I mean, so there's a chance that I don't short this at all. But I mean, if it broke this zone, if it starts breaking the moving averages, then I might consider something as, you know, just a potential monthly relief. So this might not be overall bearish, but it might, you know, September might be a sell-off month, and it might just be a pullback month. So I would get in on those short positions to potentially make some money, but everything has to align. So yeah, like I said, it's got to make lower lows, lower highs. It's got to break this area, this 165 area. You can see it's right here. So it's got to break that in this zone too. So it's got to break all that. Ideally 164 as well, which would be below this moving average, and that would set us up pretty nicely. And then what we would look for is probably just a sort of retracement, you know, because like this has not retraced at all. So in my mind, I mean, it definitely could retrace, but I just don't know how much. And then you're kind of looking for, you know, like it's, if you throw it on the weekly here, you can see it did retrace this little segment here, so we don't count that. What we end up doing is we move this up to here, and then we look at this section of price here, and we see that there's been no retraces at all. So my first thought is that it could potentially come down to 156.45, which would be the 38.2 level of this move, which would still tell me that this is still very, very bullish and is going to continue to go up, but just for the next month or two might sell off, you know, and just kind of correct itself a little bit. So I could see that kind of happening, and you know, that would make me feel better, because then in my mind I'm not really shorting, you know, like I'm not considering Swiss yen as being bearish. I'm just considering it pulling back and taking some short positions to make some money on it while it does. But because I don't really want to consider this bearish, because it's just not. Like, it's super bullish if you look at the structure and, you know, the moving averages and everything. So I don't want to consider this bearish. But if it decides to start pulling back to this 38.2 level, because I mean, it could use a breather before it starts to head up higher. So I do consider that a possibility. I do think the other yen pairs are pulling back, if not going bearish. I think the Aussie yen and the couple of the yen pairs I think are going to go bearish, to be honest. But I think this one is still bullish, and I think it is going to continue up, but I think it might have to pull back first, ideally to 160, but then maybe to 156.45 ish area, which would be this 38.2 movie or retracement level. So I do think this is all possible on Swiss yen. So I'll keep you guys updated. Let me know in the comments what you want and what you guys think about this. You can always enter my my WhatsApp group, my private WhatsApp group, and I'll update you guys instantly. If any questions you have about setups, or if you want my personal trade entries that I take, I put it all in there for you. So you can definitely learn a lot from that group. If it's something you're interested in, the link is in the description. And just let me know if you have any questions with that. So that's my take on Swiss yen. I'll see you in the next one.